Hello and happy Thursday. I am so excited to be here today with you. I am live here on Instagram. I'm live on YouTube. I'm live on Facebook. Let's get it. So, today, what I am doing is going through and doing a little bit of an AMA or Ask Me Anything. Today, what I am doing is going through and doing a little bit of an AMA or Ask Me Anything. Going live is so weird. I just heard myself in another window. Okay, so what I'm doing is going and doing an AMA on time management. So, I'm a little bit of a systems freak. I love talking about systems, organization, structure, especially when it comes to managing a busy life. And whenever I'm talking to real estate agents, if you didn't know, I've coached over 500 real estate agents in the last couple of years through the Market Authority Academy. And overwhelmingly, one of the biggest challenges that they have is time management. Hey, Sad. And so what I want to do is take a moment and talk about time management, maybe share some tips and strategies that I've learned over this course of helping hundreds of realtors through this. So if you are a real estate pro or an entrepreneur type and you are looking to bring a little bit more time management for more balance, more peace, more clarity into 2024, then that's what I want to talk about today. I'm going to invite any questions here on Instagram or right here in the comments. So if you are watching this on YouTube or even on Facebook, go ahead and leave a comment and I will see that and I can answer that live. But what I want to start with is I'm really excited because along with this, we have actually decided to release a new bundle for time management for realtors. So, like I said, one of the biggest challenges that I hear from realtors is the time management aspect. Like, what are the routines that I need to be following? What are routines that realtors follow that actually help them get the work done? And that's really what it is. Like, how do I actually get the work done? A lot of times realtors understand what they need to be getting done. They know that what they need to do, but they can't just seem to manage their time well enough to get it done consistently, right? And so that's what I want to do. I want to talk about how we can actually structure our day in a way that supports us in getting the right work done. And what we've done is put together kind of a solution for this. So I'm happy to answer questions here, obviously, but one thing that I'm really excited about is that we are releasing for the first time the Real Estate Routine Masterclass. Now, this is not a live webinar. This is not like a free webinar with like a giant sales pitch at the back. This is actually a masterclass, like a training session that you're going to be able to get your hands on that is going to leave you with the exact routines and schedules that you need as a real estate agent. And now these are exactly the 4 routines that every realtor needs in order to have clarity and peace to their days and weeks, even when a deal goes haywire and blows up their perfectly planned day, or even when the kids are sick and you have to rearrange your entire schedule that day to help watch the kids, right? As a mom of 2 toddlers, I've been there more times than I can count. And so what we have to do, what I have found is that we have to create a schedule and a set of routines as real estate agents that are going to allow us to respond to however the day is going, however the week is going. And even if we only have 2 hours that we can dedicate to work in a given day, how do we make sure that that 2 hours is still going to move the needle and that we're not just spending 2 hours spinning our wheels trying to decide what should be done, or even worse, spending an entire day on busy work that doesn't actually get us anywhere, right? And so that's what I want to start with today. So if you are watching this, we are just about ready to release the time management bundle, which is our Realtor Routine Masterclass. Super excited to get that out. Let me start by answering a couple of the questions that I got on Instagram when I posted the stories. Okay. So one of the questions that I got, and again, if you think of a question that you want to ask, go ahead, drop it in the comments. I'm happy to answer that here live. I'm looking at my list, and one of the questions was, how do I prioritize tasks effectively when everything seems urgent in real estate, right? Like everything always seems urgent. We always have like this crazy barrage of tasks that seems critical. And so this question is specifically, how do I prioritize tasks when everything seems really important and there's only so much for me to go around? And so in that instance, you really do have to have a clear understanding of what's going to move your business forward. And that always comes down to revenue producing activities. And so that's actually like kind of a cornerstone of what we built this Realtor Routine Mastery on. It has to be able to support you in doing the stuff that's going to help you bring in new clients to serve and retain the clients that you already have. Because as important as setting up a CRM feels, as urgent as setting up a website feels, if you spend an entire day doing that instead of servicing clients that you already have or attracting new clients, then your business is not going to be growing and you're just kind of tinkering, doing stuff that feels busy and feels good in the moment, but isn't actually going to move your business forward. And so that's actually like how we structured these routines. It's to support you in doing the revenue producing activities that is going to help bring more clients into your business. And so that's number one. If you're prioritizing tasks effectively, you know that the most urgent and the most important things that need to get done are going to bring you new clients and help you retain existing clients. And so one of the routines of the 4 routines that every realtor needs is our floor day routine. So have you ever like had one of those days where you literally only have like 1 or 2 hours of work to give during the day? Like maybe the kids are sick, you're trying to squeeze it in during nap time. What do you do during those 1 to 2 hours that you can actually get focused work done? Well, what we did was we took that floor day routine and we identified what like the top 2 to 3 tasks need to actually be in order to move the business forward. And just, you know, they happen to be revenue producing tasks. And so that's the number one thing, is learning how to prioritize based on what's most important, and what's most important is the revenue producing tasks. Okay, so the other questions that I got, let me know if this is helpful for you guys. Let me know in the comments where you're listening from. Let me know if you are kind of tracking with me here on Instagram. It's kind of crazy when I'm just like talking at myself for minutes at a time. So I love making this a conversation. I want to hear from you in the comments. The second question that I got was, how do I minimize distractions? How do I stay focused? So specifically, hey, Mackenzie, Dallas, Texas. Yeah, let me know where you guys are listening in from. Thank you. So glad to have you with me, Mackenzie. So have you ever had a challenge where like you have a pretty good idea of what you want to accomplish during the day, and then like you get distracted? Maybe there's like something that pops up that feels really excited, like an AMA with Stefanie, and you spend, you know, a bunch of time on Instagram or YouTube listening to Stefanie talk. Let's see, we got Homes by Kesha, North Carolina. Hello, Melody. Phoenix is, and your content is always so helpful. Hey, Melody. We've got Evergreen. We've got rainy Boston area. So glad to have you guys. Welcome, welcome. So how do we minimize distractions? Well, there's a couple of easy tools that I use to minimize distractions. So distractions usually come from your environment, number one. So really setting up your environment, right? How do we set up our environment? Well, we make sure that our notifications are off on our phone. We make sure that we are not in a place to where we're going to be super distracted. Like if you get really distracted working at coffee shops like I do, don't go work at coffee shops. Like I literally can't work at coffee shops because I'm like, squirrel, there's too much activity going on. I hear a noise and I get kind of distracted. I have to be like in a little cave a little bit with like sensory deprivation, which is why I'm working in an office right now. So understand what kind of environment is going to be best for you. And then the second thing is just making sure to pre-plan your day. So a lot of times we get distracted when we have a very loose sense of what our day is going to be. Okay, so if you're pre-planning your day and it's something very vague like prospecting, get some prospecting done, then of course you're going to get distracted, because prospecting, there's 1,000 ways that you can get a client. If your whole goal is to just do prospecting, that's not measurable. You don't know exactly how many contacts you need to make. You don't know who you're going to be reaching out to, right? Like it's kind of a crapshoot. And so your routines and your structures or your schedules rather, have to very clearly identify what that prospecting is going to look like and who you're going to be speaking to. And that's actually something that we spend a lot of time in the Market Authority Academy. Because again, like setting up a CRM sounds like a great idea, but if you don't know how to use your CRM, if you don't know who you're going to use it to stay in touch with, then you're stuck in busy work. again, you're not doing anything that's revenue producing. And so that's why it's really, really important to very clearly identify like what you're going to be doing each day, which again is why we've created the solution to that in the real estate routine mastery course. It's not a course, it's a guide. What am I saying? Mackenzie said, I time block and I put it in my calendar and then I don't do it. There's a couple of things that might be happening there, Mackenzie. So sometimes when we time block and put it in our calendar, again, it could be really vague. So Mackenzie, if you're putting, and let me know in the comments if you've done this, guys. Let Mackenzie know that she's not alone. If you've ever done this, say me. If you're time blocking and putting it in your calendar, you have to identify what happens. Is it distraction, right? Are you in an environment that makes it really easy to like not follow through? Are you making it too vague? Like, are you just doing the thing where you say marketing time or working on the business, but not clearly spelling out what you need to get done? Maybe you're not attaching a why with it, right? So Melody says on YouTube, thank you, Mackenzie. Real talk right there. She gets it. Homes by Kesha, me. So you're not alone, Mackenzie, but there's a couple of things. So look at your environment. Look to see if you're very clearly, specifically saying what you need to get done in the time block. Because again, a time block is one thing, having a space of time is one thing, but like identifying exactly what you want to get done will make it a lot easier to actually get the work done. And then attaching it to your why, right? So if you are creating a time block to do social media, but you don't really think that social media is going to work for you in the end, right? If you don't know what social media is trying to do for your business, if you don't know how it's supposed to work, if you don't like being on social media, then you're never going to do it. So there's a couple of different things that could be happening there. And just by understanding those items, that's going to help. So Mackenzie says, I think not specific enough. Then you would be a great person to get the Realtor Routine Mastery. That is going to help you get a little bit more clarity and have the time to actually pre-plan what you need to be doing in those time blocks for sure. Kara says, you're not alone. Hey, Kara, guilty. Driven by Ray. Love that. You guys are so awesome. Okay, I'm just reading through here. Kara says, for me, hey, friend, for me, it's hard to work at home because I live alone and it gets very isolating and lonely. That's really interesting, Kara. And so if that's the case, then maybe it's a matter of looking at your weekly follow-up flow, which, by the way, we talk about, right, in module 5 of the Market Authority Academy, I believe. And when you're doing your weekly follow-up flow, you might want to have at least one day when you're out of the office, when you're like in the brokerage, when you're going to networking events. If you're feeling that isolation and you're feeling like you're not getting that energy and input that you need to stay motivated, stay inspired, then you need to dedicate one day to be very community focused. And side note, Kara, with the Real Estate Routine Masterclass, which you get because you're in the Market Authority Academy, so you already get that, Kara. That's dropping for you guys today. We have a specific schedule example for someone who is going out and spending it in a routine, in a networking and community day. So like what your schedule might look like if it is very networking and community focused. So you would just plug that into like a Wednesday, for example, and have that be your networking and community focus. Okay, I'm just reading through here. Yay. Okay. Hello, Diego. Mackenzie, thank you. You are welcome. Okay, Isaac, that's been one of my problems, social media without a why and consistent message. So that is actually one piece. That's module 3. Literally, we have a whole module in the Market Authority Academy where we talk about social media without a why and consistent message. So social media, for that to be really effective, like you're never, a big part of time management is just knowing that that what you're working on is tied to the greater purpose of your business. And social media is a huge factor in my business. It's one of my #1 lead sources for my clients organically. Like I'm not spending money on ads. I'm not doing like silly dance videos on social media. I'm straight up connecting with dream clients on Instagram a lot of times. And so that's been a #1 lead source for our business for a long time, Isaac. But again, if we're just blasting out content because someone tells us to blast content and we're not focusing on connecting, then we're missing it. And as like time goes on and that's not going to work for us, it's going to be harder and harder to stick to it. So time management has just as much to do with knowing what you need to be doing and understanding how it's going to be helpful. And so that's where you might be looking a little bit to like, hey, I think I need a little bit more support than just like a routine or a schedule. I actually need foundational aspects of my business. The brand and messaging is not working. And because of that, my lead generation is not working. My marketing to my database is not working. My social media is falling flat. So that's kind of how we do that. Okay, awesome stuff. Homes by Kesha, hey friend in YouTube says, I ordered your planner for the first time. It says you have videos for the planner. Yeah, so in the insert card that comes with it, that is where you will find all of those tutorials. And then there's also a bunch of videos on our YouTube. But go ahead and send me, no, you don't have to be in the academy to see the videos. Go ahead and send me an email at hello@stefanilugo.com. And we'll go ahead and point you in the right direction for those. Okay. You are welcome, Isaac. He says, thank you. Sean says, good morning. Hi there. Okay, so I want to answer one more question that I got on Instagram when I put that in the stories. So somebody said, how do I manage time when dealing with unpredictable work hours? So unpredictable work hours, like, can anybody else relate to that? Yeah, of course. So for me, just from my perspective, so you guys can see my example, it doesn't get much more unpredictable than what I had in the last year, right? Like in the last year, it's been a little insane because I've had a newborn and a 3-year-old who started preschool half days and real estate business, you know, being what it is and running the coaching. So like I've got a lot of stuff going on. And to say that my days can be a little bit unpredictable are an understatement. It's like every other week since my son started preschool, he's been coming home sick and changing like my entire schedule, or like then the nanny gets sick or the sitter gets sick, like stuff happens, right? And so that's why what we've found is realtors need 4 solid routines that start and end their workday, even if their workday was only 2 hours. And by having these really solid routines, you are going to solve the problem of how do you make sure you are getting the right stuff done? How do you know when you're done? How do you feel good about what you got done during the day? That is specifically how I've structured the real estate routine masterclass. So what I want to do, if now is the time, I'm going to go ahead and drop the link to where you can grab the real estate, the routine masterclass. So I'm going to go ahead and drop that right here in the comments. Now, Melody, Stephanie, can you link the planner? I can totally link the planner, Melody. I'm happy to do that. We'll go ahead and put the planner link, but I want you to know when you get the planner, you do have a couple of discounts. So if you join the routine mastery for real estate, people who get that do get a special discount, just like MAA gets a special discount for the planners. We also recently had like some other stuff going on for the Black Friday sale. So right now, if you haven't gotten the planners, that's a great time to grab it for sure. We've had tons of people loving the planners, but some people are like, well, how do I make sure I'm using the planner effectively? These routines are actually specifically built into the planners and how I use it. So they go together hand in hand really well. But like I said, let me take a moment to talk about the routine mastery for real estate, the masterclass that just dropped. If you are on Instagram, you are going to go to the link in my bio after I am done here on live. So send me a DM if you're interested. But this just dropped. We're super excited about it. So here's what's included. It's a 39-page blueprint for effective daily routines. This is not a 39-page workbook where you have to do a bunch of work. These are going to be like swipe and adapt routines that you can begin implementing immediately, along with tons of different case studies and examples of how other real agents have implemented this in their business. We start off by going through a routine analysis. So what I do is I say, hey, let's look at your routine right now. Let's see how things are looking. Let's see what opportunities you've got. Let's see what we need to be aware of to protect our routines against and our time management against, so that you can actually create a routine that is unique to your setup, like your lifestyle, your business, what you've got going on. And then we give you some guidelines and rules to follow. So a lot of these questions that we're getting can be answered just by a simple rule of thumb, like rule book, right? So we give you those as well, just to really help you maximize your efficiency, even if you're just starting to focus on time management for the first time. Then what we do is we do a deep dive into the 4 routine formulas. You need 4 straight up routines in your real estate business so that you can constantly make sure that you are doing the right thing, even if your day goes off the rails. And we give you those routines so that you can implement right away. Along with that, we give you a plug and play list of activities that you should be doing in those routines as well. So you don't have to come up with anything. You don't have to use any brain power. We did all the thinking for you, and you can just implement it and go. And then what we also do is, it's one thing for me to tell you, right, like what routines you should be doing, but it's also really helpful to understand specifically how it might work in real world scenarios. So you also get access to a pre-recorded workshop where I taught this live to other agents and went through live demonstrations on how they might modify these schedules and routines to their specific business. And so you get to kind of listen in on how that's working as well. That was like probably the best coaching call of the year. I see a couple of MAA members on with us. If you guys loved that coaching call that was last week, let us know in the comments what you thought of it with the routine and time mastery. It was so great. And after we got done with that coaching call, that was kind of what inspired Karen Ann and I to make this available. And so that's why we included that in the masterclass that's dropping today. And so today, when you purchase it, it was amazing. Thanks, Sean. Yeah, you were so fun on that too. Thanks for your engagement with us on that call. So for those in the MAA, you are getting this included in the Market Authority Academy. So just friends with Benny's, right, on the Market Authority Academy. Super excited to be able to give that to you guys there. So don't worry about getting this. This is already included if you're an MAA member. If you're not an MAA member, but you're listening to this and you're like, I need structure, I need systems, I need time management more than anything, this is going to be the best place to start. This is going to be the entire kit and caboodle for you with your 4 routines and your schedules that are ready to grab and go. So all those details will be available on that page. I will make sure to have the page available here on Instagram and here on YouTube. But if you do have any questions, please go ahead and send them to me my way. Just send me a DM. Cara says, I missed the call last week. We'll definitely go catch the replay. Yeah, the replay is available for you, Cara, already. So you'll be able to have everything. And then the 39-page workbook that we're putting out, we're going to upload that into the portal for you today. So don't worry, you're going to have everything that you need to get going with it. Do we have any specific questions about the Realtor Routine Masterclass? I am so excited to be putting it out for you guys today. And I'm also really excited to see what you think, because I've never done anything like this before. So I hope that you guys love it as much as I think you will. I just talked for like 20 minutes straight and my voice is like, what? Okay. So if you have any other questions, please feel free to send me a direct message over here or send me an email at hello@stefanilugo.com. Super happy to help support you there as always. But I hope that you enjoyed this quick Q&A. Of course, if there are any other questions, I went through the ones I had in the comments, and I went through the 2 or 3 that were submitted to me before time. Diego says, can't wait to join MAA. What are you waiting for, my friend? What are you waiting for? I saw that text where you're thinking about other things like the CRM, and I was like, hello, that is module 5. Like you're spinning your wheels on things that I have the answers for you in module 5. I thought that was really funny. Yeah. Thank you, Sean. Diego, you won't regret it. Sean actually got to come and meet us at our first in-person in the fall this year. It was so much fun. Okay, Judy, how do I do as a team? Judy, I need a little bit more context. So are we talking, how do we do time management as a team? Because I do have sample schedules and like everything you need as a team leader that is in the Realtor Routine time Oh my God, Realtor Routine Mastery. So if you are a team leader, that requires a totally different approach to time management, right? Because not only are you trying to manage your own not only are you trying to manage your own business and your own files, you're also trying to provide support and mentorship to your agents, right? And so what we did, because I work with a lot of agents who are in that kind of situation, we created a bunch of schedule examples for that as well. 2-person, I am a leader. Yeah, absolutely. You're going to want this masterclass, Judy, because that'll walk you through exactly how to create a routine that's going to allow you to be in both of those roles. You guys rock. Cara, MAA, best investment you'll make. Oh, we love having you. Tara, what's the best option for newer agents? Would you recommend just the planner? If you're a newer agent, the planner is a really great tool, right? And it's super great, but you're going to have questions as far as like what should I be doing with my time. And so as a newer agent, absolutely go for the routine mastery for real estate. This is going to be perfect because there are actual routines and schedules that you can grab as a newer agent that are going to work for you. And we have a whole list. I think it's like a list of 25 different revenue producing activities that you should be plugging into your schedule as a newer agent. And that's going to really help you have clarity on like, okay, this is the kind of work that I need to be structuring my day around. And then if you want to get the planner as a tool to help you implement that, then absolutely that would be helpful. Sean says, if there's any way to budget it full on join MAA, yeah, absolutely. We have a lot of new agents that join Market Authority Academy. Sean says, I was new and joined MAA and had a very successful first and second year because of it. Thank you for saying so, Sean. Yeah, we love working with newer agents because you get to skip a lot of the like learning curve, right? And a lot of times realtors think, well, I need to have a couple deals under my belt before I invest in coaching. And it's like, how do you think you're going to get the deals? They're not just going to like drop out of the sky. We got to be doing the right activities and be managing our time the right way to make it happen. Yeah, the link is in my bio. If you go into the link in my bio for like book a call for coaching with Stefanie, Tara, I'd love to chat with you and share a bit how that's going. And we actually have an awesome discount that's running from now through the end of the year. That might make it like the best time to join for sure. Sean is like Sean and Cara over here are my hype ladies. You guys rock. I love you guys. Okay, that's what I have for you today. I have an email list to send the realtor mastery or the routine mastery for real estate out to. So, like I said, check out my link in the bio. Check out the details that we're sending out. If you are on my email list, we're going to send you Diego, I don't have to pay them anything. I give them all the value and the support that I give them because I'm in their corner and they know that. Diego's like, how much are you paying them to say that? No way. Cara, I'm a seasoned agent, but was a processes and systems hot mess, and MAA totally helped put all that in place. Cara, you and I have been working together for like 2.5 years now, right? It's so much fun. I love having you. Okay, my friends. Okay. Let me go ahead and send this stuff out. If you have any questions, please send me a direct message. And, I'm happy to help support you guys, but definitely get your hands on this routine mastery for real estate. If you are looking to see how you can make 2024 your most peaceful yet productive year yet, if you're tired of spinning your wheels, if you want to just have like your days feel really organized and really streamlined, this is exactly what you need. And what's great is like, you don't have to be doing any of this right now. Like this is going to be a really helpful thing that you can implement starting the first of the year or starting even before that if you want to get going. But you're probably thinking a little bit like, man, I really feel like I should be productive right now. I feel like I should be doing stuff. I feel like I should be working, but also it's the week before between Christmas and New Year's. I want to relax. I want to hang out. I want to be with my family. I want to celebrate the season. Absolutely. You can still be productive and still enjoy your life and still have balance, right? And so that is a lot of what my approach to time management is how can we have both? Because ultimately, I think that there's a big lie that says that the amount of hours you put in equals the amount of output that you get out. I don't think that's the case in real estate. I don't think that's the case when you're an entrepreneur. So certainly just making sure we're doing the right work can help really streamline our effort so that we make more money while working less. And as you are growing your real estate business, as time goes on, you should be working less while earning more. That is how it should be happening if you have the right systems in place. And time management obviously is a huge part of that. Sean goes, Diego, I'm not getting paid anything, and I was super skeptical before I joined, and I stalked Stephanie's YouTube for 16 months and took a free webinar before joining. Love that. Okay, guys, this is where I am leaving you. I know I've said that like 5 times now in the last 10 minutes. Have a great day. Get your hands on the routine mastery for real estate. You will not regret it. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you. Bye-bye.